The magic of vertical cabbage patches. Growing your veggies upwards is a really smart move. This method is called vertical gardening. It means your plants grow tall, not wide. This is wonderful for saving precious garden space. If you only have a small backyard, it's perfect, or perhaps you garden on a balcony or patio. Vertical gardening lets you grow much more. You can enjoy lots of fresh food, even when you don't have a massive plot of land. It opens up gardening to so many more people. Cabbages are one veggie that can really spread out. They often take up a lot of room on the ground. Their big leaves can cover a wide area, but they don't always need all that ground space. We can actually encourage them to grow upwards. A special frame called a trellis helps them do this. This clever trick frees up so much soil space. You can then plant other tasty vegetables nearby, or you might just enjoy having more room to move. It makes your garden feel bigger. There are other great reasons to grow cabbages vertically. It's not just about saving space, you know. When cabbages grow up, air can move freely. It flows all around their leaves. This good air circulation is brilliant for plant health. It can help to stop some nasty plant diseases. Also, those pesky critters that live in the soil, they will find it much harder to reach your cabbages. Your cabbage heads will stay cleaner too, away from the dirt. And here's another top reason: a bigger harvest. Plants that grow tall often get more sunshine. Each individual cabbage plant gets its fair share of light. They aren't all crowded together on the ground. They won't be fighting each other for sunlight. This usually leads to much healthier, stronger plants. And as any good gardener knows, healthier plants often give you more food. That means more delicious cabbages for your family to enjoy. It's a real win for every home gardener out there. So, what exactly is a vertical cabbage trellis? Well, think of it like a strong support ladder. It's a sturdy frame designed just for your cabbages. You see, cabbages are not natural climbers. Unlike beans or peas, they don't have little tendrils. They won't grab onto a support all by themselves. They need a bit of a helping hand from you. The trellis is there to hold them up nice and straight. It gently guides their growth as they get taller and heavier. This support is especially important for those big weighty cabbage heads. To build this helpful trellis, you'll need a few main bits. First, you need some strong posts for the frame. Timber posts are usually a very good choice for this. Treated pine is an excellent option for outdoor projects. This is because it lasts much longer when exposed to rain and sun. About 4 posts should do the trick for a decent-sized trellis. Try to get posts that are around 1.8 meters tall. You will also need some wire mesh or strong garden netting. This part creates the surface your cabbages will lean against. Next, let's think about fasteners and some handy tools. To join everything together securely, you should get some screws. Wood screws are ideal for timber posts. Nails can also work, but good screws often make a stronger join. Some garden wire or strong, soft twine will also be very useful. You'll use this later for gently tying the cabbage plants. For tools, a drill will be necessary for the screws. If you choose nails, then you'll need a hammer. A tape measure is absolutely essential for getting things right. And please, always remember your safety gloves. Now, don't you worry about finding all these supplies. Most of these items are quite easy to get your hands on. Your local hardware shop should stock everything you need. You could also try visiting a good garden center. You don't need to spend heaps of money either. This DIY trellis project is designed to be quite affordable. We really want to make it simple and accessible. It's something that every home gardener can try. We always like to keep our gardening projects straightforward and fun. First things first, let's get your posts ready to go. You need to pick a good spot in your garden. Your cabbage trellis will need plenty of sunshine. Cabbages are sun-loving plants needing at least 6 hours daily. Once you've found the perfect sunny location, it's time to dig. You'll need to dig holes for your timber posts. Aim for holes about 40 to 50 centimeters deep. This depth is important because it makes the trellis nice and sturdy. You will need 2 posts at each end of your planned cabbage row. Now it's time to put those posts into the ground. Carefully lift each post and place it into a hole. Your goal is to have them standing perfectly straight. You can use a handy tool called a spirit level. This will help you make sure they are truly upright. Once a post is straight, begin to fill the hole. Shovel the soil back in around the post. Pack this soil down really well as you go. Press it down firmly all around the base of each post. This firm packing stops them from wobbling about later. With your posts firmly set, it's time to attach the mesh. This is the part your cabbages will lean on. You might be using wire mesh or perhaps garden netting. Carefully unroll it and stretch it between your posts. Start attaching it near the bottom of the posts. Then work your way upwards to the top. You can use screws with washers to hold the mesh. Or fence staples are another good option if you have a staple gun. Make sure you pull the mesh tight. It needs to be snug so it won't sag under weight. Remember, cabbages can become surprisingly heavy as they grow, so it's really important that your trellis is strong. It needs to support that weight. If your piece of mesh isn't very tall, don't worry. You can simply add another layer of mesh. Attach another piece just above the first one. Alternatively, you could run some strong wires horizontally. Stretch these wires between the posts at different heights. Before you finish, double-check all your connections. Give the trellis a little shake. Make sure everything feels solid and secure. Alright, now for the really exciting bit: planting. It's time to get your cabbage seedlings into the ground. Plant your young cabbages right at the bottom of the trellis. Place them close to the base of your new structure. Always check the plant tag for spacing advice. Different cabbage varieties need different amounts of room. Usually they need about 30 to 45 centimeters between each plant. This spacing gives them enough room to grow big and healthy. After planting, water them in well. This helps their roots settle into their new home. As your little cabbages start to grow, they'll need your help. Cabbages don't have tendrils like peas or some beans do, so they won't naturally grab onto the trellis by themselves. You'll need to gently guide them. As their main stem gets longer and stronger, encourage it. Gently lean the growing stem towards the wire mesh. You will then need to loosely tie the stem to the mesh. Soft garden twine is excellent for this job. Strips of old t-shirts or fabric also work wonderfully. They are nice and soft on the plant. When you're tying your cabbages, be very gentle. It's important not to make the ties too tight. The cabbage stem will continue to grow thicker. It needs plenty of space to expand comfortably. If the tie is too tight, it can hurt the plant. Make a loose loop around the plant's stem, then loop the twine around a wire of the mesh. Check on your growing plants often. Having a look every few days is a good habit. You might need to adjust the old ties or add new ones as the plant grows taller. And that's pretty much it. It really is quite an easy job to do. Before you know it, you'll see your cabbages climbing. They will grow beautifully tall up their new trellis. One big advantage is that the cabbage heads will stay clean. They'll be held up off the damp soil. This also makes harvesting them much easier for you. Home gardeners everywhere will find this method really effective. You'll be so chuffed with your amazing vertical cabbage patch and the bountiful harvest it brings.